Welcome to the 5G podcast.
We're glad you're here.
We hope you enjoy our conversation about God, guns, games, goals, and gastronomy.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode.
Huh?
The real episode of the 5G podcast.
The real episode of the 5G podcast.
Behind the paywall. I don't know. I laughed at that. Like,
why? I have so many things open right now. Holy crap.
Just keep adding more tabs. You might need them later.
I do that on my browser.
At work on your phone? Yeah.
My Google Chrome, I think I have like 70 tabs open.
When you get past like 100 something, eventually they just wipe them. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. It's definitely happened to me. I'm back up to 33 now, but I used to have over 100. I don't know what happened.
I go through and like clear it out every once in a while.
Okay.
Just because it's like, I don't need 4 of the same page open on one recipe.
Right.
Like I clicked on my wife's link to it 7 times.
Mine is usually like video game wikis. And I'm like, I don't need 4 pages on the wiki. Like,
no.
But then sometimes you go back through the tabs, you're like, I might need that later.
Yeah.
You leave it there and then never come back to it.
Nope, never.
The wealth of information in our pockets. And it's like, I'll go back to it later.
Yeah.
Silly. You know what else is silly?
Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering Mario Kart.
Okay, here's big controversy here, Trevor. Uh-oh. Is it Magic the Gathering Mario Kart or Magic the Gathering Hot Wheels?
Start your engines. That's probably more of a Hot Wheels. I mean, they do that in Mario Kart, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think people online need to take a vote on this.
But then it's also like a speed racer because it's like a death race.
That's true. It also should just not exist.
Yeah, probably. You know, the winner of the race, not that you care about the story at all, but the winner of the race wasn't even a...
Wizards of the Coast's pockets?
Yeah, yes, maybe. They're hoping. Story-wise, the winner of the race was just like some dude with hippos. He had like a hippo chariot. Like, that wasn't even a car.
Hippos go 30 miles an hour, maybe 35.
How did you guys lose to like a couple hippos tied up to a chariot? I don't know.
That's silly.
Yeah. He was like some random no name. So like I told you, I sent my brother some of the spoilers and he was like, wait, is this set on Kaladesh or Amonkhet? I can't figure it out. And I was like, well, you see, it's actually a death race across 3 planes. Kaladesh, which is now dead named. So it's a Vishkar. And he didn't know that. I had to set him on the right path. A Vishkar, Amonkhet, and Muraganda, which nobody has ever heard of, because we've only referenced it. I don't think we ever had a plane, like a whole card release on Muraganda, because their only thematically unique thing about the plane is that it's just like prehistoric. So that's where all the oozes come from. And so that's the thematically unique. And mechanically unique about the set is vanilla creatures. That's what the plane is known for. They're like 4 mana, 4/4, no keywords. I don't know why they picked that for the death race. Ooh, really exciting. So they reprinted some vanilla creatures in the set. Cool. Or not reprinted. They made new ones, which are power creep. But they don't have any keywords, so they're worthless. They have there's a 2 mana 3/3 in white. There's a 3 mana 7/2 in black. This is a legendary cycle as well. I forgot. Legendary vanilla, but they're uncommons. They could have at least done common legendaries, and that would have been funny because they've only done that once before. No, yeah. The 7/2 in black is a crocodile. I won't even bother. There's nothing to remark about him.
A 3 mana 7/2?
Yeah, 3 mana 7/2.
Like, that's not that bad if it was like a common.
Yeah. The bloom one is like a 2 mana 0/8. Big octopus.
I saw that one, but that one does have some abilities on it.
No. This whole cycle was only vanilla things.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah, because there's like octopus, crocodile, ooze. This one's the dinosaur. The red one is a 2 mana 4/1. Not bad actually. It's a dinosaur, so that's a relevant keyword, but it just doesn't do anything. It's vanilla. And then the green, the big dinosaur ooze, 5 mana 9/7.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not
you
bad.
Need a big old stomp your face in.
And it's only 3 green pips. So there has been a 5 green pips 10/10. I think he's called like Gigantosaur or something. And he's a rare. who's not legendary. This guy can be your commander.
Because that's what you want, Trevor, is a commander that has no abilities at all.
5 mana, 9/7, Dinosaur Ooze Tribal. Yeah.
Although I suppose if you just want, like, there's so many better options.
No, yeah. If only if you were like in a commander league or something, you're trying to throw the other players off. Like, they don't know what deck I'm playing.
Except it's green.
It's green, so yeah, you're only in one color. Maybe in like red aggro.
What the two things that green does is
Big
green stompy of multi-variety.
Uh-huh.
I guess they do three things.
And ramp.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say big green stompy or like lots of little tiny squirrels.
Oh yeah. Lots of squirrels.
And
lots
then
of
also
elves.
like landfall.
Yeah.
But like
that's about it.
Those are the three things that mono green does.
Yeah, there's no secrets there. So
maybe a titch of artifact removal, but like that's not like a win con.
No. It's just
in every like
the color pie
yeah.
for artifact removal belongs to them. Yeah. Vanilla creatures from Muruganda.
That's silly.
Yeah, it is silly. The whole set was silly. A lot of the alternate arts are like and their new border is like gold for like first place.
Yeah, but it looks like piss.
It's just so much gold. At least on all the website, all the spoilers, it's just these like bright neon, just gross yellow.
Gross.
Like maybe those look better in real life, but yeah.
I think that Magic is just taking some L's over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like
this year is maybe gonna have an upswing. I mean, obviously we're still pessimistic on the show because negative content is good for clicks. But
she wasn't.
But like Final Fantasy comes out later this year.
It's gonna be such a cash cow.
It is gonna be a huge marketing opportunity. And they're getting like actual Final Fantasy art directors and stuff on it. So like I doubt Square Enix is gonna just like let their IP go. So yeah. At least like it's gonna be pretty art. The Magic design could be, and then Spider-Man comes out later this year as well.
Spider-Man was even.
That one's gonna be even bigger cash grab, I think. I mean,
not in the Japanese market.
Yeah, exactly. Spider-Man is like for their American markets, they're gonna sell the Square Enix cards for the Japanese market and the weebs. Yeah, they might make some money. I don't think they're dead in the water yet. Papa Hasbro's gonna collect big this year.
I think so. I don't know. I don't get it. Like the short-term aspect is so like dumb. Like why? Like you're spending your culture capital to boost short-term profits. But like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I wish that. I mean, we've said this before. Magic IP is dead.
Yeah. This is the standard set that has the story.
They're using other people's IP that is popular to boost their own profits. But like, what happens when you run out of other people's IP?
Right.
Like, you've killed off your own IP, so you can't bring it back.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's already getting tiring using other people's IP. So like, at what point are people just going to check out?
It's silly to have. I mean, we've said this before. It's silly to have SpongeBob fighting a Hot Wheels car on a Mario Kart plane while also fighting Spider-Man.
And Gandalf.
And Gandalf is there. And
Optimus Prime puts on the One Ring.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
Like,
and then Rick from The Walking Dead shoots them all.
For real. For like, seriously. Oh, and then don't forget about the Vocaloids.
Oh, yeah, the Vocaloids.
The Hatsune Miike. Hatsune... I know this, Trevor.
Yeah, no, you do. You're so close.
So close. Hatsune... Hot. It's hot and then me. Right?
Yeah, those are the first syllables of each word, yeah.
Hatsune Miku?
Yep, that's it. That's the one. Yep.
I'm very proud of myself for remembering that after a few months.
The weeb within you has evolved.
The little tiny grain of sand weeb.
It sprouted today. Yep. And then the Stranger Things kids come riding by on their skateboard.
Too.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
Magic IP is dead. It's goofy.
It's so dumb. They could have had their own IP that was so just absolutely stellar.
I just want cool fantasy, like mages and monsters fighting.
They could have done so much with their own IP.
Yeah.
They could have made it into a, Games Workshop-esque vibe.
Universe.
They could have had, and Hasbro has gotten into, they have Transformers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so they have media arms for, comics and animated TV shows,
video
and
games,
movies, and video games, all this stuff. So it's like, why would you? In my opinion, short term, it might not be as cash grabby, right? Mm-hmm. But why not try to take this massive IP and make it into something? It's like, oh yeah, I could make $300 million today, or if I, only made $75 million today, $75 million next year, $75 million the next year. And then I come out with this, I just cultivate this awesome IP. And then the 7 years after that, I make $2 billion a year. Because I've sold movies and comic books and books and TV shows.
They haven't, there's been no expansion. They're not sizing up Magic at all. They have the same, I won't say something offensive, but intentionally offensive. But they got the same dumb, tiny design team making Magic sets. They're working it takes them 2-3 years to come out with one set of 300 cards. Yes, I get that's a big undertaking, but it's been 30 years. It's time to upscale a little bit. Especially now that Hasbro owns you. You're right. Where's the Magic video games, the Magic movies? Make Magic the Gathering a household name like Transformers.
Everyone and their dog knows who the Transformers are.
Yeah.
They don't have to be the biggest fan, but everyone knows Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Or Transformers, robots in disguise.
So, cartoons.
Everyone knows that.
Where's the upscaling for Magic?
Everyone knows Pokemon.
Yep. Definitely.
Everyone knows Yu-Gi-Oh!
For the most part, yeah. Certainly in our demographic, yeah.
Even if they don't know, they've heard of it, right?
Yeah.
But if you say, oh, well, Jace the Planeswalker, it's
nah.
Who the freak is that? But if you say Ash Ketchum, everyone's like, oh Pokemon, right?
Pikachu, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Charizard.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Okay, whatever, right?
Magic the Gathering, that's for nerds or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's what? I seriously think they could have a huge empire of media content, and game content, and all this stuff if they didn't use any of the the Universes Beyond stuff.
Because they don't, I reckon. Again, I swear
it's just a cash grab. I swear, I promise. If you ask them behind closed doors, they'll tell you something different to your face. It's all just right now, Hasbro wants to make $300 million off of Magic.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know anything about Wizards of the Coast, but it seems from the outside, it's they have 30 people locked in a basement.
Yeah.
And that's all they're doing is okay, half of you are on the art team, half of you is the game design team. There you go. That's it. That's all the funding you're getting. We're not investing more money, more employees. Nope, nothing. That's it. We're done. Keep printing money for us down there.
Yeah.
Why? Could be better.
It's silly.
I see a lot of defending of that, of Wizards of the Coast Online, it's really hard to make the video game sets and boop-a-doo, and I'm other card games get content out quick. They've got quick development cycles. Magic seems a little outdated.
Well, and I wouldn't care if they only stuck to their planes and it was all Magic IP.
Yeah.
And they took a little bit longer because they really wanted to make sure everything was balanced and everything like that. It's okay,
sure.
But I agree. It's and honestly, I
missed opportunity.
Yeah. Anyway, we've harped on that 17,000 times already.
Let's look at some cards. Keep it light.
Keep it light.
Do you like dinosaurs?
I love dinosaurs.
All right. Would you like big dinosaurs?
Yeah. Are they green?
Yes.
Then yes.
big dinosaurs, and I want my big dinosaurs even bigger.
Yes. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, today we got the Regal Imperiosaur. He's the most regal of dinosaurs because he is a dinosaur lord, in fact.
Ooh,
This-
I didn't see this guy.
He has a lord effect. He's not actually a dinosaur creature type, but very simple. See, I don't like boring vanilla magic cards, but
Oh, I do
like,
have him.
I do like simple magic card designs.
Yeah.
So lord effects have been around forever. The Regal Imperiosaur.
Yeah.
Cool art, cool dinosaur. 3 mana, 5/4. Other dinosaurs get +1/+1.
I mean, 3 mana, 5/4.
I like it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
You throw a couple of the dinosaurs on the board and
Dude,
boom.
for real. He's an uncommon.
No, he's a rare.
So he is.
Yep. Our eyes don't
Honestly,
look good.
the flag on this one makes it very difficult to tell.
That's another complaint. The set icon
Is it just black and white for the?
for commons. It's black and white. Yeah. It's just a racing flag.
Yeah, I had him saved. He's
Cool.
There are some people on Reddit who are concerned that this art is
AI.
AI.
Oh, the dinosaur. He's got too many fingers. No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
That what the post I saved said.
Sure.
I don't know.
We don't have to get into that, but that whole AI art thing is kind of
Silly.
it's kind of silly. Are we inhibiting the future of technology by our? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to word that argument, but so what? It's a cool dinosaur. I like dinosaurs.
And it's cool.
Yeah,
It's very cool.
and a lot of artists use AI first or during the artistic process. So, like,
Yeah, I don't care.
yeah,
Well, let me keep on this green trip because
Oh, yeah.
green is my favorite color because I eat crayons.
got some cool green creatures. For me?
Yeah, we'll do I got 2 green creatures for you. Let's do the non-legendary one, just the normal creature.
No.
He's the Pima Trailblazer. Did you see this guy?
No, I don't think
I
so.
think he's in the commander set.
Okay.
That's the shield one with the
Yeah, with the flag
yeah.
and the shield.
So he's in the one of the commander sets. He is just like the Pima Renegade. Is another green elephant guy.
Yeah.
This guy is the Pima Trailblazer. 3 mana for 3/3. So that's cool with trample.
Okay,
Always
good.
nice. This is the cool part. Is that whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you get that many energy counters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in the energy deck. All right.
Exhaust, which is a cool mechanic that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 6 energy, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature, then draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control.
Okay. For 6 energy, he becomes the 5/5, and you draw at least 5 cards, but maybe more. In exhaust means you can only do that activated ability once.
Yes.
It's cool.
But I don't know. Green decks, a 5/5 is like the lower end of the
Yeah,
power scale.
and he enables himself at least.
Yes.
Obviously, he's better in an energy deck,
Yes.
but he can at least he generates energy and he uses energy. So
Well, and it's really nice. He has trample, so
Mhm.
he's going to possibly
he's
get
gonna
some
get
damage through.
Yep.
He creates the energy counters himself. So, like,
Mhm.
if you only had him in the deck,
Yeah.
it's fine. He
Yeah,
does
it'd be
everything
alright.
you need him to do, right?
What was his creature type again?
Elephant Warrior.
Elephant warrior. Cool.
Yeah. So, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's a I think that's a rare, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, no popper deck in there.
No, unfortunately.
That'd be a little bit. This would be super.
Yeah, it's too much for Popper.
But you know, I think it would be very cool to do a green energy counter
Mhm.
deck or
They've had a lot more support lately, which is
Yeah.
cool. I like exhaust as a mechanic. I think that's pretty good. That's in the main set as well.
mhm.
I don't think we mentioned last time, but it's. Oh no, I think we were just texting about it. It sounds like a car thing, but also it doesn't have to be a car thing. So
Yeah.
it's reprintable as a Magic the Gathering mechanic. Just as, instead of writing out this activated ability can only be activated once each time, you can give strong activated abilities and just say, exhaust.
Yeah, I mean this elephant guy has nothing to do with cars on him at all.
No.
Like his art is
This big elephant
with a
warrior-
cool shield.
Cool shield.
You know, like a little bit of a futuristic, like Gungan warrior shield. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, but like whatever.
But it's still pretty
It
fantasy.
could be magic.
Could be
Could be
magic.
magic shield.
Yeah.
But like he's got a sword. Like
If you would have shown me that 10 years ago, I'd been like, all right, yeah, that's magic. It's cool.
it's actually pretty cool art, to be honest. I really like it.
Fantasy elephant warrior.
So like yeah, the exhausting. It's like yeah, that's seems fine.
It's good. It's a well-named mechanic to put in the race car set. He's just he's tired. He activates the ability once. Boom.
Yeah.
Good. It's good design space. I like it.
Compared to the other bull crap.
Start your engines.
So silly.
They have a reminder card for that. Okay, well, so first off, since we mentioned it, the other mechanic, so you have to get a card that says start your engines, and then you get a reminder token card that's your max speed. Stop me if this doesn't make any sense.
Stop.
Yeah. You get a card that says start your engines. Then you get a start your engines card, and you start at 1 speed, and you shift it up to 4 speed by making an opponent lose life during your turn. You get 1 speed, but you can only do that once each turn. You also can't lose speed. Once you upshift, you just shift it up, and then max speed is 4. And then some things care about max speed, and that's it. I've lost everyone. And the start your engines card, the reminder card, doesn't even have a space for number 4. I had my brother point that out. I thought that's hilarious. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You start at 1, and then you go 2, 3, but you say the max speed is 4. Where's the number 4?
Or like max speed.
Max, like, yeah, turbo boost, like nothing.
Warp speed.
So the mechanic is dumb. I don't like the design space. You're never going to reuse this. I kind of understand the, like, we want a ticking counter, once per turn. So it's kind of like a turn counter. And then there's some payoff after 4 turns, after some X amount of time, but it's just confusing. So a lot of the set design space was kind of wasted on that, to start your engines and then max speed. But it's a one and done. We'll never see it again.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Well, let me put you at ease, Trevor, and bring up the one of the cooler arts I've ever seen
from this set.
I think overall, to be honest,
Whoa.
I like this art a lot.
Oh my god.
And it's on a really cool card. It's on a construct.
Is it a Gear Hulk?
It is a Gear Hulk.
It's a Gear Hulk.
It's a Gear Hulk. It's the I know this Rakdos.
Rakdos.
Black and red.
Oh, the black and red one. Okay.
Did you see him?
Yeah, I don't remember the art.
The Cole Stroke Gear Hulk. The red and black Gear Hulk. The Cole Stoke Gear Hulk.
Cole Stoke.
5 mana, 1, 2 black, 2 red.
Oh yeah.
5 mana, 5/4 with menace and death touch.
Okay. It's a fun combination.
Pretty alright so far.
Yeah. They have to block with 2 creatures and you're gonna kill both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like only.
Nice.
When this creature enters the battlefield, put target creature card with mana value 4 or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it.
Sure, yeah. Prevents the infinite loops.
That creature gains menace, death touch,
nice.
and haste.
Okay. Does it die at the end of the turn?
Beginning of your next end step, exile that creature.
Okay. Sure, and that's when he enters or attacks, because that's what all the Gear Hulks do.
No, only enters.
Just enters?
Yep.
Oh, no, you're right. These ones are just enters. I forget.
Yep. But this art, I think it's the special art.
Oh, okay. You got the alternate art.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, actually.
I really like it.
Yeah, he looks like, fantasy golem. Yeah. That's like with a big old sword. Sure.
And like, I don't know why, but like the brick, like graffiti type thing, like, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. So
it's not bad.
I thought this guy was pretty cool.
That's his anime art.
Yeah. Kind of. It's a really cool art in my
Yeah, and that's a usable effect. I think they prevented it from being broken because the creature you get back can only have mana value 4, and it's got that finality counter, so it'll be exiled if it would leave the battlefield.
Yeah.
So you can't like infinite loop it, which is good. And that's fine. It's balanced. If you're already getting a guy coming back with Menace and Death Touch.
Yeah, but you just bounce this guy up and down.
Yeah, exactly. You just bounce him some other way, and then you can reanimate entire graveyards. And
yeah,
you got to go through extra hoops to like remove finality counters if you want. So
yeah, but if you're doing that and they all have Menace, Death Touch, and Haste,
you're
like
probably winning.
Effective board wipe, or not, if not just winning the game.
Yeah. If you've already dumped your entire deck into the graveyard, something like that.
Oh, that would be super cool.
It's probably too many hoops to jump through with this guy in particular.
True,
but
I think he's cool.
Menace, Death Touch, Haste.
He's an uncommon, so like.
No, they should be mythic rares. All the Gear
right.
Hulks.
I can't see color today, apparently.
That is orange.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Well, I have the next Gear Hulk then.
Oh, nice. Did I see this one?
The Riptide Gear Hulk is Azorius.
I didn't see this one.
1, 2 white, and 2 blue. So 5 mana. He's a 2/5 with double strike and prowess.
Oh.
Prowess is always dangerous. And double strike. So every
Prowess is like 2 notches below Storm in my
Yeah.
And
prowess is a spicy ability. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, he gets +1/+1 till end of turn.
whenever you cast a non-creature spell.
So artifacts
In white blue.
white blue, a lot of cantrips, so you can get a lot of draw spells to cycle through your deck. Yeah, already it's good. Each prowess is basically like 2 because he has double strike, 2 damage. And then when he enters, he's got some removal. So for each opponent, you put up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls into its owner's library, 3rd from the top. So you get to pick a permanent from everybody and just bury it in their library. And then after that, you got a big double strike prowess beater on the board.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's solid. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Big robots. I'm a fan.
Yeah, for sure. The Gear Hulks, I think, are really cool, this set. I will say.
I like that we had
on Gear Hulks.
the monocolored ones last time we went to Kaladesh, and now we got the dual color ones.
Yeah.
Or some of the dual color.
Next, we got to do the triple color ones, right?
That's right. More Gear Hulks. Next time we go back to a Vishkar.
How do you get? No, you, what is it? Yeah.
Yeah. For all the Albanians out there, they'll know.
All right, I got another green guy for you.
Okay.
Green gal for you. Human Artificer. 4.
Words?
Apparently.
Words and colors.
Words and colors.
That side of the brain is not working today.
Apparently not. 4 mana. 1/2.
That's terrible. Bad card. Dies to shock.
So no keywords, but each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has trample.
Right.
So like, that's for every creature.
Yeah.
On the board.
Your opponent's creatures get trample if they're attacking your other opponents in Commander. It's fun.
Great.
Yeah. Sure, you can have trample.
Then you may pay 1 mana, tap this card. Oh, her name is Ovia Automech Artisan.
Okay.
You can tap her, and you may put a creature or vehicle card from your hand onto the battlefield. Mm-hmm. If you put an artifact onto the battlefield this way, put 2 1/1 counters on it.
Oh.
So that seems pretty okay.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Seems pretty good when you can just like throw any artifact creature onto the battlefield and have it come out with 2 1/1 counters.
2 1/1 counters, yep.
For 1 mana.
In green is what limits it. Because green doesn't usually have the best artifact synergies, but bare minimum you can still just get a big creature out.
But big artifact creatures.
Yeah. You can. There's plenty of colorless ones too. So
you only get to cast one of them a turn unless you can untap her. Which there are artifacts that do that.
Yeah.
and put one of them onto the battlefield for free.
The Elvish Piper effect is not new in Commander. That's from the card Elvish Piper is like a 4-mana 1/1. You tap it and you just put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. It's like one of the first forms of mana cheat in Magic. But the fact that she's a legendary, so she can be your commander. She gives your things trample.
And 1/1 counters.
And 1/1 counters. She gives everyone trample, and she can also get artifacts out. The original Elvish Piper can only get creatures. So it's pretty. Again, the design space is good. It's like a logical evolution for new cards.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
I think it's pretty great.
I gotta mention some. I'll do a couple busted ones, maybe one or two more busted ones, and then I'll go to Pauper. I got some Pauper spoilers.
All right.
That probably were not making any headlines except for me looking at them for Pauper playability. Look at this cool random common in this set. But this one, probably good for Commander. It is Unstoppable Plan. I know nothing about the story, but Jace is in the art. Thought he was dead. I don't know. I'm not following the story anymore. So it's a 2 and a blue, 3 mana blue enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, just untap all non-land permanents you control.
Oh, that's super good.
Yeah, just like no stipulation, nothing else.
That's great.
Just 3 mana, untap everything.
That's super cheap for that too.
Yeah, like it does.
Especially for an enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's a sorcery, it's like okay, like fair.
The metric is the unwinding clock is 4 mana. It's colorless and it only untaps all your artifacts. It's 3 mana in blue, so that limits it. But you untap all your non-land permanents. Like,
oh no, I'm in Simic.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in anything that has blue in it.
Like, so it's also all your artifacts and your creatures.
Like, it's just not your lands.
Yeah, it's not your lands. Okay.
But guess what? Artifact lands exist.
Now, this one does say non-land in particular. So even though it won't untap the artifact lands,
I see.
It would have to specifically say like untap all artifacts.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, just all your non-land permanents.
Silly.
So it's maybe worse in Commander because it's only at the end of your turn. It doesn't say at the end of every turn because it is a standard set. It's designed for a 1v1, but in a 1v1 this destroys. I mean,
even in Commander it's worth.
Even Commander, it's 3 mana. You get to untap everything.
And like, I just feel like that's so good for like any of the. If you have a creature-based deck,
yeah,
you swing, and then you untap all your creatures. Like, you swing, you get the best of both worlds. You have attackers and defenders the whole game.
Exactly.
It's like, that's great.
The next cool design I wanted to talk about. Maybe I'll have 2 more cool ones. No, I don't like that one. This one, they have the Egyptian gods from Amonkhet. It's the Egyptian-inspired theme. This one's the Orzhov guy. He's like the Sphinx god. The red one I didn't like because he had the start your engines mechanic, which is sad because in previous Amonkhet sets, he's been pretty cool. He's like the snake one. But this one, I like good. He doesn't have the race card mechanic. He's just a 3 mana 4/4. He can't attack or block unless there's 7 or more cards in exile. So until then, he's just like a creature just sitting on your board, not doing anything. But then he's got Menace, Lifelink, Indestructible. All right, so when you can attack or block with him, it's getting better.
Good.
And then whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and or the battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life.
That seems pretty okay.
I like that he doesn't enable himself. Like, I feel like in Modern Magic, they would have added like another paragraph onto this guy.
Yeah.
And would have started like, oh, and then now he exiles a bunch of things. And then like, it just reads very confusingly. This one you have to think about. It's like, okay, I need to get things into exile. So he's the payoff himself. Because when you get things in exile, then you can attack and block with him. And you also draw cards and you lose life. But you got to find other ways in white and black to exile things.
Oh, that's so difficult in white and black.
So difficult, and in those colors. So and you can end up drawing a lot of cards because that's not a once per turn effect or anything. So
yeah, it's sick.
I like it. Again, I think it's a good example of good design. Doesn't need to be over the top. Doesn't need to have 7 paragraphs. So, and then a couple popper cards.
I have one popper one. If we're
Okay.
starting on those.
Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
going to steal it. I don't know if you saw it.
Probably.
A Gear Seeker Serpent.
Oh, he's a reprint.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he
I
is.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he's really good. No, go ahead and read him off though, because his new art was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty sick. I didn't know he was a reprint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he is a 7 mana 5/6, but
you're never paying 7 mana for that.
No, he's affinity for artifacts.
Yeah,
which means the spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control.
Mm-hmm.
So he turns into a 2 mana 5/6.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have 6 mana up, you can pay 6 mana, and he can't be blocked this turn.
You make him unblockable.
So I don't know, 2 mana 5/6. Potential to be unblockable after 6 turns.
Yeah.
It's like, not bad.
In a blue artifact deck in Pauper. Those exist.
By the dozen.
Yeah, pretty easy. Okay, and in addition to that, I like this new black one. I couldn't find a good... Whoa.
Just kidding.
The one I found was like a leak or something. When I send it into our editor, should see if I can find a good one for it. Good quality now that the whole set's been released, I think. But it is the Chitin Gravestalker. In Chitin, our vocab word of the week is the armor of insects. Or maybe that was the vocab word of the week a couple weeks ago.
2 weeks ago when I was learning about it during D&D.
Yeah, that's it. So the Chitin Gravestalker is pretty cool. It's like a big bug with like a spear and a shield. He's a 6 mana 5/4. But you're not paying 6 mana for that. He costs 1 less to cast for each artifact and or creature card in your graveyard. So it's like Affinity, but in your graveyard. So that you can get it down to a 1 mana 5/4. Just big insect dude. And then as an added bonus, he also has cycling for 2. So if you can't cast him, you can just discard him, draw a new card.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm like, okay, yeah. Gets you thinking in Pauper. There's a lot of cool black decks that like fill in the graveyard with artifacts or creatures.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sweet.
1 mana 5/4. I like, for whatever reason, they randomly had cycling in this set, which is a pretty...
Yeah, because bicycles.
Oh, because bicycles. You're right. Should have known. The other kind of... Pauper uses a lot of cycling because card draw is kind of a premium. So that's why I was kind of looking for cycling cards. I have a pretty good one, the Magmakin Artillerist. He also looks cool. He's an elemental pirate.
He looks sick.
Yeah.
There's quite a few pirates in this set, it felt like.
Yeah. I don't know what set had pirates. A Vishkar? I guess. Kaladesh?
Probably not. It had to be a Vishkar.
Yeah, I think so. It's not the Egyptian or the ooze pirates. So this guy, pretty cool, elemental looking thing. He's a 3 mana 1/4, and then whenever you discard 1 or more cards, this creature deals that much damage to each opponent. So if you like discard your whole hand, he's like boom, 7 damage to each opponent.
I feel like that could be really easy to abuse.
He also has cycling himself. If you don't want to cast him, you can discard him. And then it's just when you cycle this card, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So you at least get the 1 damage for cycling for only 2 mana.
That's not bad at all.
Like, oh, okay, and common.
What color is he, you say?
Red. Red has a lot of discarding. Yeah.
I feel like that guy is super good.
So discarding or cycling synergy.
Dude, he would that's almost like in that hot dog deck.
Yeah.
Not quite, but
not quite.
Like a red burn deck.
Yeah, because a lot of red effects in Pauper is usually drawing and discarding, because again, card draw is such a premium.
Yeah,
that's the best way red has to draw cards. So every time you discard a card, pings your opponents for damage,
and then throw a couple lightning bolts in there, a couple lava darts or whatever.
You got a burn deck. Boom.
That easy, folks.
Easy money. The one that I got bamboozled. It was a fish pirate. I thought this thing was common. It's like a big stingray looking pirate. But
I saw that one.
it looks kind of goofy. I read the whole card. I'm like, oh, this is insane for Pauper. Uncommon. I'm like, that is the most worthless rarity. He's not good at anything because he's not good enough to like really be commander, but he at least look cool. The Scounging Sky Ray.
Is he a pirate fish or something?
Yeah, pirate fish. He's like if a manta ray had limbs, which maybe is cool, maybe is terrifying. I don't know. But
a little bit.
He's a 2-mana 1/2 in blue with flying, and then he's whenever you discard one or more cards, you put 1/1 counters on him. That many
that's
counters.
Cool.
Yeah, so I saw him. I think after the red guy, I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect. Uncommon, and then he also has cycling. So I mention him, but I don't know where he has a home, unfortunately. And yeah, that's it. That's our comprehensive,
everything about Magic that you need to know.
ultra comprehensive Magic the Gathering Aetherdrift spoilers for you this week.
Yeah, I don't have any others, I don't think.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't.
Nothing else worth talking about. Nope. That was it.
That's it.
All the good cards, folks. Don't go anywhere else for any other evidence. Just believe us. Best cards.
Indeed. Well, did you want to... we have a couple other things we could talk about.
Yeah.
There's plane crashes, there's anime, and there's guns.
There were some plane crashes.
I don't know if we need to go over the plane crash.
Yeah.
Just kind of sad.
It is sad. Some planes crashed. It's like the entire U.S. figure skating team happened to be on the plane.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, along with other folks.
Yeah. There's been like a bunch of plane crashes, though. You see the one that just happened in California as well?
I didn't see the California. I saw the Philadelphia one.
That one as well.
Okay, I didn't know about the California one.
It's been like 3 or 4 plane crashes in like the space of like 4 days, it feels like.
Pretty wild. Okay.
I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, it's just sad.
Yeah, it's sad. And maybe don't take a plane for a while.
I was going to make a very funny joke. I don't know if I should, though, because people might actually believe me. I was going to say, planes don't exist anyway. The Earth is flat.
No, that's a good joke. That's fun. Yeah. It's not insensitive at all.
It's all just government people on the planes anyway. You've never flown. You were just thrown into a pod and drugged. And
you guys believe in planes?
Transported through time and space in a train.
Just teleport you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Teleportation exists. Planes don't exist.
Planes don't. Definitely not. Undersea trains totally exist. No,
of course. Of course.
Earth is flat.
Anime. Solo leveling.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I can talk about this one just as there's some variety for the episode at least. Skip ahead if you don't like Magic. We'll timestamp it there.
What, 40 minutes?
If you don't like Magic, I don't know why you watch this probably, but hopefully we have enough of a variety show. I don't know. Anyway, Solo Leveling. Pretty cool anime. I've been watching. They had all of season 1 out. They're rolling out season 2 right now. So disclaimer there if you're watching. I know
what? Crunchyroll?
Yeah, Crunchyroll. Okay. That's where you get all the anime now. They bought out all the competition. Sometimes Netflix gets the license, but
I watch all mine.
Yeah. I don't think this one's on Netflix. Just Crunchyroll for now. But it is pretty good. It seems to be, speaking of last episode, like kind of revolutionary shows or concepts. This isn't revolutionary per se, but it was actually from a Korean writer. So it's anime, but it's not Japanese.
Anime.
It was a Korean writer, and then it's Japanese animation studios that picked it up.
So
it is anime for all intents and purposes.
I'm still gonna call it anime.
Yeah, Korean anime. But it's cool because it is like it's probably the most popular one, and then there's kind of like there's other Korean writers kind of coming up in popularity because of this. So like, all right, that's cool, good for them. I saw all of season 1, and I really enjoyed it. It was a cool show, really cool concept. Again, I mentioned last time about they call it isekai, as the anime trope of like a real world person gets transported to a fantasy world. Now that's been overdone to death. This one is there in the real world, and the mechanic, like kind of video game fantasy mechanics, just like showed up in the real world. So like in the lore of the world, like 10 years previous, these like portals started just popping up all over the place. and like monsters come out of the portals. But then at the same time, like normal people like awaken to like fantasy powers. So the monsters, I don't know how, are like immune to normal weapons. They're like bulletproof. And so you can only fight them with fantasy magic powers that some people awaken to, right? So you just have to find out if you have like latent magic energy inside you.
I'd like to see anything stand up to like a direct nuclear
That's
blast.
see again, they don't go that deep into the world building of like, okay, what if we just like nuke them?
What if we just like shot a nuke through a portal?
Or like again, the fantasy powers, so they're just like casting spells or like using weapons. I'm like, why is it? Does it have to be a person with magic powers using a sword, or can just a normal guy with a sword stab him? I don't know.
Yeah, like what if Granny has a kitchen knife and just like pokes him in the eyes?
They,
just like,
they kind of explain it because like all of their weapons and gear they make from materials that they get, because you go through the portals and you get these like dungeons, they call them, just like brief little snippets of fantasy world. So they get materials from there, they kill monsters and get like magic mana crystals. That's what they use to make more gear, to kill more monsters. It's a video game cycle. Get the stuff to do the stuff better, kill more enemies, tougher enemies to get more stuff. Cool mechanics. It's kind of fun because they're like they've developed. It's 10 years since then, so they have guilds. They've like totally turned it into a business of like kind of bureaucracy, but they have like the Hunters Association that like runs everything. You buy contracts to go clear the portals, the dungeons, because if you don't clear them in 7 days, then the monsters are allowed to come out. So it's like their job to like keep the world safe.
mm-hmm.
You got to go into the dungeons and kill all the monsters inside. And the last mechanic is that when you awaken to your magic power, you can't train. You can't get better at all. That's just your magic power, and that's it. So they have you in ranks based on how powerful you are. So you're just like, oh, if you awaken to be the S ranks, the top, so those are like the least common, like, yeah, you're instant bad A. If you're like a D or a C rank, like, you can make a living off of killing monsters, you're okay, you're decent. And then our main character, the protagonist, is an E rank. He's literally the worst. He's like barely better than the average human, granny with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
He has a knife and he can sometimes stab monsters, but he can't get any better. So it's a fun show because, not spoiling anything, it's called solo leveling. He unlocks the ability to level up to get stronger.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and so he's like kind of keeps it on the down low because he doesn't want to draw attention to himself, but I like his journey. I think it has a good protagonist. It's a lot of internal dialogue. And I watched it in English, and I really enjoyed the voice acting because he has a lot of monologues. And so it's, at least for me, it's got some good action scenes, but not the best. It's got some fun mechanics and world building, but not the best. But I really liked the perspective from the protagonist. I think that concept, the world concept, and his kind of relationship with that, his psychology, I found that very, very cool, very insightful. Because he understandably is just like kind of pissed at the world.
Why do I even have power?
Yeah, why did I even get this power? And then he unlocks the leveling up, and then he's like, why did I even get this power? And so he sometimes is just like so angry at things, and it's cool, and it's pretty brutal, it's pretty violent. Because
killing monsters.
Sure. And there's no like resurrection. They do have healing, but like,
oh, but if you're dead, you're dead.
If you're dead, you're dead. So it's like in the real world, it's kind of frightening. Like a little goblin could just kill you, and then that's it.
Go to sepsis. Yeah.
So it was good. It was an enjoyable show. I like the concepts it explores.
Very cool. Very cool.
Worth the watch.
Oh man, I'm yawning. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm just bored.
You kept me up way too late last night, Trevor.
Probably. Playing video games.
Typing my buttons.
No, video games. With a joystick. But that's beside the point.
A joystick and buttons.
Yes, mini video games.
You mashed that button real good last night.
No, I'm not that good. No, I don't even know how to save this.
That's the point, Trevor.
That's the point. That's it.
It's funny.
We're done. We're trapped.
It's silly.
Video games.
Did we want to go
No, let's end it. Yeah.
card of the week?
Yeah, card of the week. Sure.
All right, here we go. I chose a card that I hate because I hate one of them, and so I hate the other one too.
I picked another one to hate.
Yeah. So everyone knows that green is the best color
You haven't heard it enough.
in Magic the Gathering.
Mhm.
It's a very unbiased opinion, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. I say that it is always a fair color.
Mhm.
There's no, shenanigan anywhere where you just can't play the game against it.
No,
right?
it's not blue.
It's not blue or white. Mostly blue. But or black sometimes. I feel like red and green are the most fair colors.
Most fair, yeah.
You just punch each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get like really strong punches in.
I don't stop you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
Come on.
But like black does on occasion do that.
Yeah.
Blue does. That's all blue does.
That's yeah.
And white does it on occasion.
And white will like let you do it, but they'll tax you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like taxes.
They'll regulate it.
Yep. So there's one exception to this rule.
Yeah.
And that is a set of cards, or a character of cards.
Yeah, right.
Vorinclex.
Vorn and Klex.
Just it's kind of a dick.
Yeah, he's one of the big bads, big scary
One of the big bad Phyrexian Praetors.
Praetor.
So the one I've chosen, the one we play against on occasion, is one that Caleb has built, which is Vorinclex Monstrous Raider.
Yeah.
He doesn't let you put counters on anything.
Yeah.
The one I've chosen for the card of the week is Vorinclex Voice of Hunger.
Voice of Hunger.
He is a 8 mana 7/6 with trample.
Mm-hmm.
Then whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produced.
Double your mana.
Cool. Great.
Green likes big mana.
If they had kept that right there, that would have been fine.
It's fine.
Awesome. Love it. Great addition to any green deck, right?
But he took a page out of Blue's book and decided nobody else can have fun.
Yeah, and then second paragraph is, whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, that land doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
Uh-huh.
So you can pay it once.
Yeah.
And then you don't get it for 2 more turns.
2 turns, yep. He doubles your mana and halves everybody else's, basically.
Just a dick.
Why? And he's just green. Why did he have to do that?
Yeah, like for real. Like what is the point here?
There's other green cards that give like double mana to everyone. Like why couldn't we do that?
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be you get quadruple mana and everybody else gets double mana or something?
I would still.
That's more green.
Yeah, for sure.
That's more fun.
For sure. So
it's effectively still the same.
I will say that this art is pretty sick.
Yeah. That's, again, I think the Multiverse Legends is what they called that. They reprinted a bunch of old legendaries.
March of the Machine Multiverse Legends. Mythic Rare.
And the Phyrexians they did in that art kind of like, I don't know, ink blotty. Like,
yeah. It's kind of like a Rorschach test. Or Rorschach?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little bit reminiscent of that.
Yeah, he looks inky. He's cool.
Yeah. So
that style.
Anyway,
Vorinclex, card of the week. Voice of Hunger.
Voice of Hunger.
Stay green.
Except for him. I think Vorinclex should be an honorary member of the Blue Clan.
Yeah, that's right. He's green-blue, actually. Yeah.
He's just Simic.
Well, that's because the Phyrexians are, they are rude. They're big bads.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair.
Yeah, they don't even like their own colors.
Canonically, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you play him, you should just have to make him blue deck.
He's actually blue.
You don't get to join the ranks of the green crayon eaters if you're playing.
Not allowed. You were close. You were close with the double mana, but disqualified.
For sure. And on the other Vorinclex, the double counters. Like
double counters?
Sure.
Yeah.
We love it. Great.
Make everything bigger.
We love it. But they need to win and screw people over.
Yeah, unfortunate.
The only thing green does is combat damage.
Have fun.
Big green stompy or lots of little squirrels. That's all you're allowed to do.
No in between.
And some landfall if you want.
Sure.
As a treat.
Dinosaurs.
Big green stompy.
Yep.
It's a great combo.
Yeah.
Play card. Attack.
Simple. The way Magic was meant to
play card, I stomp.
I don't need paragraphs of text on my card. I just need numbers at the bottom.
And the bigger the number, the better. That's
Right. Math.
Gotta pump those numbers up, baby.
That's it. That's all I need. Keep it simple.
All right. Well, that's it for this magic heavy episode.
The magic episode. Aetherdrift is out. Celebrate.
Or not.
Or not. I don't know. I might buy a couple popper cards.
I won't. I'll print them. Piracy for the win!
Sail the seven seas. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the 5G Podcast.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see more.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.